6 wins and 0 losses in my last past 3 videos on this channel. So we are back for another day of sports betting this November the 2nd, this Saturday morning, afternoon, and we're going to be looking at the Premier League for value. And in this video I've got 2 separate bets. I've got a bet builder and a straight pick. I recommend to place 2 units down on each pick. As you could see below me, the road to 100 units is right around the corner. What an absolute amazing start to the season we've been having. I set out a goal to break 250 units this season. Don't want to set too much high expectations, but I think we're going to do that with absolute ease. Our record's looking nice and healthy. The units just keep flowing in. 6 wins, 0 losses on the football in my last past 3 videos. So we've been fairly consistent over the past month or so. I know I've already just done it, but before I get into today's video, I'm going to recap my last video. So there's a game between Luton and West Brom in the Championship yesterday, and we cashed easy winner, very easy winner. I like to recap my videos and just update my record and share all my losses with you guys, because I don't need to hide nothing. I'm going to make units regardless. I try and be as transparent as possible. But let's get into the purpose of the video. So we're going to start with Liverpool versus Brighton. We're going to be taking match range goals between 1 to 5, under 8 corners in the first half, under 3 cards in the first half, and no red card. A very similar bet to a bet we won the other day between these two teams in the Carabao Cup. And then we're going to be taking a straight pick, Arsenal, with a few injuries. They are away today to Newcastle, but we're going to be taking Arsenal to win. Fairly confident, and they need to win this game today. They need 3 points. A draw would be very damaging, I guess, to their title hopes. So I think the team's going to be very fired up. But let's get into the metrics, the stats, the facts, etc in the Liverpool and Brighton games. I'm going to break down each section of this bet builder with you. It's going to be an interesting game. Defensively, Liverpool will be at ease. Their odds of a clean sheet at 1.45, supported by a very good home defensive XG of 1.29. Liverpool in corners are overwhelmingly dominant, to be fair, with the odds at 1.28 to secure the majority of the corners. The over 9.5 corners is sitting at 1.48 odds, with over 75% of previous clashes surpassing this metric. There will be volume in this game, for sure there will be volume. If we take a quick look at their past 5 meetings, they've all gone over 2.5 goals, so maybe that is a section you want to look at. To be fair, the last game 3-2 to Liverpool a few days ago, and then in March Liverpool 2-1, October last year 2-2 draw, and then followed by a 2-1 win with Brighton, and then a 3-0 win to Brighton. So let's take a little look at both teams' recent form in regards to the match range goals. So Liverpool's last past 5 games, all of these games at home, sorry, not all, their last past 5 games, 4 of these games at home have been between 1 and 5 goals. If we take a little look at their recent record in regards to home and away, their last past 5 games, they've all been between 1 and 5 goals. So let's take a little look at Brighton. Brighton are away at home today. Their last past 5 games away from home, 4 of them have all came between the 1 and 5 goal line. And if we take a little look at their home and away, so their complete recent form, same stat there. So 4 out of 5 have all been between 1 and 5 goals. So I do like this section on the bet. We definitely will see a goal today. It's not going to end in a 0-0 draw. I would put my life on that. Liverpool's defensive metrics is the reason why I've stopped at the 1 to 5. I can see Brighton scoring no more than 1 goal. I can see Liverpool scoring no more than 4 goals. Common sense. Very easy logic. So let's move on to the corners. Under 8 corners in the first half. The average corner kicks between Liverpool and Brighton give you a percentage of 9.5. That is considerably low for the Premier League, I guess. There's a lot of teams with much higher volume. So we're taking under 8 corners in the first half. For example, over 10 corners for the entire 90 minutes, including stoppage time in both halves, only has an average hit ratio of 38% when putting the two teams together. So I do like the under 8 corners in the first half. Corners earned per match for both teams has a average of 4.75, and corners against an average of 5.13, and the volume will pick up as this game goes on. I know I sound like a broken record saying that on almost every video, to be fair, but when looking at these bets I've been hitting in absolute all season long, we've been taking the unders on the first half, and that's because we're just finding value in games where teams pick up the volume as the game goes on. Not to say that it won't be volume in the first half, but it will rise as the second half approaches. Under 3 cards in the first half is probably the high under. You could probably take under 2. Over 5.5 cards, for example, only has a 38% hit ratio. And when looking at the cards averaged in the first half of both sides, gives you an average of 0.88. Now let's take a quick look before I just briefly speak about Arsenal. The referee, Tony Harrington, so he averages a card handed out every 23 minutes. Over 2.5 cards has a 61% hit ratio for him. So maybe if you were looking to take some high overs today, the over 2.5 cards and over 2.5 goals, I could possibly see value in that, to be fair. It's going to be an interesting game. It always is when these two teams face off. You always will see volume with Brighton and Liverpool. So we're going to be placing 2 units on that play. We're going to be placing 2 units on Arsenal to beat Newcastle. I understand they've got some injuries today, but it's not the end of the world. Let's take a little look at their recent form against Newcastle. So their last game in February the 24th, they absolutely hammered them 4-1. But 2 notes. Before that, on November the 4th, 2023, Newcastle won at home, beat Arsenal 1-0. But then earlier on in that season, in May, Newcastle were at home and lost to Arsenal 2-0. So Arsenal's recent record, for their standard, they would like it to be better. Losing 2-0 to Bournemouth, drawing to Man City. They had that draw to Atalanta, but that's irrelevant. It wasn't in the Premier League, but it is their recent form. So they've only picked up 1 win in all competitions in their last past 4 games. They're definitely going to be coming out guns blazing in this game today. So 2 units on both plays. As you could see by my channel, I'm fairly new to creating content. Been a tipster on platforms like Snapchat and Telegram for a number of years now. So if you could subscribe, I would appreciate it. But other than that, I hope you all have a great day.